So I gotta hand it to you guys. You're pretty observant. This is my air pump that sat next to the laser cutter in most of my videos, and I got so many quick comments on what this gold cylinder is. Well, in this video, I'm gonna let you know. First off, we're gonna talk about the cheapest PCP air pump I could buy on Amazon a while ago and how it's been working for me. So this is the one that I found, cheapest one back then. It does the job, but it doesn't do the job very well depending on how big your air gun is. This is a power supply that needs to run that. The terminals are semi-covered. So if you got children, don't leave this thing plugged in because they're going to get electrocuted. The whole two-part system for an air pump is awful in my opinion. You got to build some type of box or enclosure so you can keep that away from prying fingers and idle hands, children. So this pump, I mainly got it for the Umarex Notos. Has a very small air cylinder, doesn't take much time or pressure to pump up. And this pump doesn't get very hot by the time it fills up the Notos. Well, I ran into an issue filling up my FX Impact M4 with this because the air pump was getting hot and it was pumping out hot air, which was leading to some condensation I seen in the line. So I stopped that and I got a moisture filter. Now this isn't the moisture filter a lot of the channels push to you. I found it on one YouTube channel a couple years back when I had my Young Hang oil compressor, one of the first versions. It stunk, it was awful. But this is the air filter or moisture filter I used back then. It has no media on the inside. It does some crazy witchcraft on the inside. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I just know it works. So there's nothing needs replaced. There's a drain valve down here, and your hot air comes out here into the top, does some weird stuff in there, comes up through a tube and out to your air gun. This is the moisture bleed off. So when you're filling your gun and you want to disconnect the whip, you drain it from here and the moisture comes out. And a decent amount of moisture does come out, but there's another problem by doing so. You just added an extra large tank you have to fill up to your 250 bar before you fill up your gun to 250 bar. So this thing takes like 15-20 minutes to fill up my old M4 compact with the small carbon fiber bottle from 150 bar to 250. Took forever. However, I don't have much money in this compressor. So let me show you this moisture filter a little closer. So this is how it came to me. There's no name brand on it. I think multiple vendors sell it, but this is technically a bomb. So I got the one with the most reviews, which I'll leave a link to below, along with this cheap compressor if it's still on Amazon. These compressors come with like a little cigarette filter right there, and they call that a moisture filter, and it kind of works and it not very well. So you need some type of moisture filter, even if it's the stuff you have to add media, or this type that doesn't use media. So far, no moisture comes out this whip because the whole aim of the game that I found is to cool that air down before it gets to your gun. The hotter the air is going in your gun, the more moisture is in that air. So I have a 36-inch whip, which I'll leave a link to in the description box below as well, that I hooked to this. So this takes so long to fill up, it cools down in this giant aluminum heat sink of a cylinder before it gets to your gun. And when it gets to your gun, it finally passes through that little cigarette filter and it's bone dry. So if you're on a budget, this system works. And another cool thing is this certain moisture filter came with like this little blue bracket, and I just popped out the side screw from this air compressor and screwed it on as a little shelf and zip tied it up here for some more stability. So this is my current setup. Is it good? It's good enough. Is it great? Absolutely not. So I have a better air compressor coming very soon. So if you want to see that video, subscribe. The new one is way better. Liquid cooled. It's a floor model on wheels. You want your compressor to be the lowest point in the filling up your gun system. So you want your gun up higher, compressor up down lower. So this model has wheels and it goes on the floor, which frees up some desk space here in the shop. So that video will be coming out very soon. And I'm finishing editing up the M4 broken M4 Saga video, which I'll throw a quick clip up here. So here's the current update of the FX Impact M4 22 compact pile of parts. So you can see that M4 has given me many issues, but it has been resolved and I have something cooler on the way you guys don't want to miss. So subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.